Welcome back to the Rolling Grill, y'all. It is soulful fried rice today, y'all. We got a jasmine rice and a chef blend combination I found in Sam's Club. So let's get to it, man. It's going to be some good fried rice. Yeah, boy. All right, guys, now it's time to put the flavor agents together. We have a low sodium soy sauce. Probably gonna add about 1/4 cup of this. I don't really measure. I just go by taste and feel, but I'll say about 1/4 cup of that. Then we have some oyster sauce. Probably about a tablespoon of that is what I'm gonna drop up in there. And then we're gonna go with some sesame oil. And again, I'm not measuring. I'll probably say about a tablespoon of that. And this is just to start off. You can always add more. And then I have a beautiful shrimp paste that I love, man. I get this from the Asian farmers market. I'm gonna add about a little less than a tablespoon of that. And we'll just sit and mix all this together. And this is what I'm gonna use to flavor the rice once I start frying it. All right, guys, we're gonna drop a few tablespoons of oil in a cast iron. If you have a wok, use a wok. I have a cast iron. And then next, on a medium heat, we're gonna go ahead and start scrambling our eggs. I'm gonna use 3 eggs. I actually really like eggs in my fried rice. I think it adds great texture and flavor to it. But you're gonna go ahead and scramble those up. Work them in there as best you can. However hard you like to fry them hard, fry them hard. If you like them soft, get them soft. But I'm going to do like a medium texture on mine. I don't want them cooked through. I'm going to cook them through while the rice is still frying. And that's pretty much it. Just going to work them in the pan, and I'm getting ready to take them out in a minute. All right, I'm going to start moving these eggs to the side. I'm actually going to go ahead and start dropping my onions in there. I'm going to start off with a few more tablespoons of oil. The eggs kind of absorbed all the rest of the oil. And then just drop your onions in there. Work them in there. You want to soften them up. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and take these eggs out of there and make some room for the green peas. So next up, let's go ahead and drop these green peas in there. If you're using frozen, it doesn't matter. I would probably go with frozen. They'll break down a little bit slower than the ones out of a can. And that's it. Just work them in there, heat them through. We're just trying to sweat these onions down. Drop a little salt in there. The salt will help to bring some of the moisture out of the onions and the peas, and you'll be well on your way, man. And just keep on working them in there with a good medium heat. All right, guys, rib tips. If you got any leftover rib tips, add your rib tips in here. That's what I'm using right here for my pork. This is a house fried rice, so we're going to add some rib tips in there. Rib tips, if you want to, go ahead and heat them up through the microwave. They're already cooked. If you want, just to give them a head start. If not, just drop them in the pan with the onions and the peas, and you'll be good to go. The rib tips going to add some great flavor, man. And then we're going to add some garlic in there. Probably about 1.5 tablespoons, as much as you like. It's really up to your taste. Work that garlic in there real good. Cook it down. And then I'm going to let this go for probably maybe about 5 minutes. I just want to cook this. I want to warm up these rib tips and break down those onions some more, and we should be well on our way. Go ahead and start working that to the side. Next up, these are some beautiful Argentinian red shrimp. I guess they call them red royals. They're huge. If you want to, chop them up. I'm not doing that. I'm going to drop them right in this pan, add a few touches of oil to it, and they're going right in this pan. But these are some big shrimp, so if you want, chop them up, but why? I mean, this is a gourmet fried rice with rib tips and shrimp. Ain't no need to chop them up. We'll take the rib tips and the peas and stuff out just to make a little more room in the pan. And then we will be well on our way to some deliciousness. So stay tuned. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move these shrimp around. We want to try to get them, get a nice sear on all sides. These are Argentinian reds again. They cook really fast, faster than regular shrimp. But they have a nice lobster texture, man. If you've never had them, they have a beautiful lobster texture, really good. And I just add a little bit of my party dust seasoning. You can add Cajun seasoning or whatever, just to add a little more flavor or whatever to the shrimp. Because again, we are using low sodium soy sauce, so whatever we can do to add flavor is great. And just gonna flip them over and cook them on both sides for a few minutes, and then we'll be taking them out in a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get these shrimp removed. As you can see, I got some good color on all sides. You don't want to cook them all the way through. Again, you are frying rice, so you'll get them cooked through. Go ahead and add a few more dabs of oil to our pan. And we're going right in with this rice, man. Let the rice sit in the refrigerator overnight is the best way to go. You definitely want to work with a firm rice. But to let it sit overnight is best. You definitely don't want to cook it and then throw it in the fried rice. It's not going to work. And then we're just going to work this rice around. As you can see, it's got quinoa, it's got red rice, it's got brown rice. It's a healthy rice combination in here. But again, it's still fried rice. And then we're going to work it in there. Just medium heat. Work the fried rice in there. Get it moved around. You want to heat all the rice through. This is a very important step. Probably going to take about 10 minutes to get this done. 7 to 10 minutes to get this done. And we'll be on our way. Then we're going to take our combination of the oyster sauce, soy sauce, and all that and work it in. And if you need more, add more. You'll be able to figure it out and make sure you taste it after you get it worked in. We just want to change the color of the rice so we can get all that flavor worked in there. And man, we are almost on our way to some good eating, y'all. All right, now it's time to put the rib tips, onions, and peas back in. At this time, also the eggs. Drop the eggs back in there. Make sure you work everything in there. Chop the eggs up as fine as you can. Work everything in there. Right now, I'm running like a medium to low heat. I just want to heat everything through. Make sure everything is incorporated because we are almost finished with this rice. The next thing up, though, we got to put the shrimp in there. It won't be shrimp fried rice without shrimp. Drop those shrimp in there and just work it in. All right, now you want to get you like 2 spoons and just work it in there. You want to incorporate everything. I probably could have used a bigger pan. I wish I had a wok, but you just want to work everything in there without having it fall outside the pan. And it looked like I got a shrimp almost overboard, but that's it. And now we want to add some green onions to the mix. Scallions, the whites and the green tops, everything going in, mixing in there real good. All right, now we just want to make sure we work it in real good. Make sure everything gets contact with the bottom of that pan. We just want to make sure we get heat, everything heated through, all the flavors. Look, I got stuff falling overboard and everything. Make sure I get all the flavors incorporated. And man, I mean, you can look at it. I mean, it's pretty much ready to eat. It's a lot of heat coming off the bottom of that pan. But that's it, folks. That's it, basically. In a nutshell, some soulful fried rice with leftover rib tips and beautiful royal red, Argentinian red, whatever you want to call them, shrimp. And it's ready to eat, y'all. So again, if y'all could give me a thumbs up, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, good food, good vibes. Yeah, boy.